Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Classic Gaming, and today I'm going to be doing a great video for you guys. I have this video of me getting my first ever win in a esports tournament. So I'm just going to be commentating over this video. It was a really good game. I ended up getting third place, which is pretty good for like my second, third tournament. And I'm slowly making it towards esports and stuff like that. But I really like this gameplay. I ended up getting a lot of kills, or a decent amount of kills, and ended up winning this game. So guys, without further ado, remember to like and subscribe, and we'll get right into it. Let's go. So, I like landing at this building, and these three buildings, and I think I said it in my video yesterday, where these three buildings give you tons of cash. This green building is the building. If you see it around the rest of the map, it drops the most amount of cash out of any building, like amount of floor cash. Right here, I get a good shot off, and I kill that guy out there, which is pretty good. He probably would have killed me if I didn't kill him. Now, I do like the MK2, just I'll pick it up if I see it. At beginning loot, but I always try to go for M13 and MP7. Those two guns are really good. I think they're the best for loot. You could debate between FAL and MP7 because the FAL has a ginormous buff where it does about 3-shot kill. Now, I do like to head to this building. It does have a little bit of a weird exit. This guy must have been his AFK or something. I shouldn't have thrown the grenade. That was kind of a waste of a grenade. But I ended up getting that kill pretty easily. Pick up C4. C4 is very important. It helps you with a lot of stuff. Now, see, I also got a lot of shields pretty quickly, and I've got a decent amount of money. I did not get enough money as I would have normally liked from killing that guy, but this Silver Fox Fennec is very good. But I do like the MP5 more than pretty much any other SMG in the game. Now, these windows are tricky because you can't exit them. This jump I've been practicing forever, and I ended up missing it that time, which is kind of embarrassing. But I decided to run out here and try to get this guy, and I don't know what he was thinking. I got him right there. He also had the new AR. I forget what the name of it is. Then I decided to go running back to try to grab more loot over there. I did have a bounty. I decided not to go for it. Sometimes I just pick him up if I want to go for him. But just about now is when I'm starting to get my stream up, guys. If you want to check out my stream, whenever I'm streaming, if you have notifications on, it will show up in your inbox, and it's a lot of fun. I always like streaming, and you guys get to know me a little bit better. So, as you can see, this building also gave me a lot of cash, so I was sitting at a pretty 8,000, and so I wasn't doing bad. I only needed about 2,000 more to get loadout, which is always the first thing you should ever buy. Loadout is pretty much the best thing you can get. I decided to wait around for a little bit before I get this bounty, because I only had about 10 seconds left. Decided to go up here and grab this chest while I'm waiting. Ooh, I got a cluster strike, and I've got almost enough cash. I only need about 700 more cash. Now, I do pick up that bounty, and I decide to go for it because they're kind of in the middle of nowhere. I use I get sniped right there, and whenever I get sniped, I automatically just go inside to try to get hit. I see someone gliding in from the shadow. I decided to close to the top because I think the guy's probably at the roof, which will push him off the roof, which would push him inside most likely. The door's fling open there. I'm looking around for him. I'm guessing he's probably up at the, or not up at the top, but up at the door. I see him there, I get him pretty easily. Now, that's something that is very important, is when you're pushing buildings like this, make sure you look at every angle and make sure you're not missing anything. I pick up a different MP5. I decided to go back to this one just because it has a little bit more mobility and stuff like that, I think. Oh, or do I take that one? I don't remember. If I would have done it now, I would have taken the other one, but this one is pretty good too. Now, I push out this way, and I'm going to the buy to get my loadout. I'm just checking all around me just to make sure there's nobody camping over here. So, I decided to get my loadout and grab some shields. Then, let's see, what thing do I pick? I picked just my normal Growl and MP5. Now, recently, I have been trying the Kilo a little bit more. It's different. You definitely have to get more used to it, but I do like the Kilo. But I really haven't decided which one I like better, Kilo or Growl. Now, I do try to push the rest of this building, try to grab a little bit more cash, but that's pretty much it. I make sure that nobody's around me, and then I push back upstairs. Now, these buildings are pretty tricky because you have to kind of check every little thing, every little door, but once you realize you have max ammo and everything, you can just run through and look inside of them. You don't have to really jump in and pick it up. These bathrooms can sometimes spawn a chest, which you did there, and I did get a different AR. I'm not sure what type of AR that is, but it's not a bad one, but I had my loadout, so I didn't really need it. With another chest, I decided not to pick up the deployable cover. I mean, I probably should pick them up, because at least I'm carrying something, but I don't really use deployable covers pretty much ever. I do use dead silence. If I see it, I'll pick it up and just automatically use it, or I'll keep a trophy system so that if I want to get in a car, then I'll be safe from C4 and stuff like that. Got lucky and I got a legendary chest. Got armor box and a decent amount of cash. Now at this point I see that there's a car moving. I see it gets out. I shoot a little bit at the guy, but I really can't reach him. I see he's fighting with somebody else, so I mark it just so I can remember it. Now I don't remember, I just do decide to push it, and at this point I know that there's somebody inside and I can check my heartbeat and see that I know where they are. This first push is always good. I threw my C4 across, did not get a hit. Realized he was right there, and I got him pretty easily. Now that was lucky. He did take off all my shield. I could have died right there, but I flicked and realized where he was quick enough. Now, at this point, sometimes I do pick up the recon drones just because they can be helpful when you're stuck to figure out where everybody is to make sure you don't get pinched. Right now I got 5 kills, 70 people left. I have 7,600 cash, and I will I'll go back and get another UAV, probably, and I will get my second loadout for Ghost. Now that's always something you should remember to do, is always get your second loadout to get Ghost. Ghost is so important in this game, because pretty much everyone runs heartbeat sensors. So, I automatically pick up my second stuff. I mess up with that. I have to grab my ground instead. Sometimes I run an RPG as my secondary for those, for the Ghost loadouts, but right now I've been running my dual Renettis, just because they do a little bit more damage and it works a bit better. Now, I'm ready, and I see this guy gliding in. Get it pretty easily. I do not like those kills, but gotta do it. I see this guy jump in this four-wheeler. I hit him a decent bit, but he decides to keep running. I didn't know what he was doing at this point, but I think he gets away. Yeah. I remember seeing shooting over there, so I marked where that is. I see that they've moved farther down into the little, I don't know what you call it, ravine? Yeah, ravine. Because that guy, he was shooting at that guy as well. I marked that, because that's where I see shots. See, that guy got out of the four-wheeler up there, and then I get shot at. Now, whenever you're getting shot at, get behind cover and put back shield, because if you don't know where they are, but if you don't know where they are, but they know where you are, then you're at a very bad disadvantage. So you always want to relocate, put on your shields, and you keep your eyes open. Now I do decide to rush this, which is probably not the smartest idea because this ravine is very wide open. You can get hit very easily, and you cannot jump up over those. Now, I hate rocks in this game, but I do end up getting that. Check heartbeat. There's a guy up here. Don't know exactly where he is. See that he's laying down right here, and I get him pretty easily. So, right now I'm doing pretty good. I have a decent amount of cash, decent amount of kills, and there's still a decent amount of people left. So I'm doing pretty good. Now, I do decide to relocate because this is not the best area to just be standing out in, but I always check around me because I thought I had seen more shots from more than one person, but it seems not. Now, positioning is very important, especially late game, because you don't want to be in a bad position and get forced in by the zone, and the people can gatekeep you. I see this guy gets back on his four-wheeler. I hit him for a decent amount of shield, but he ends up getting away. That's another good thing, is if you're ever trying to fight someone super long range, mounting helps with recoil so much. So if you can mount on something, mount on it, because it saves a lot of time, and it makes your bullets go exactly where you're aiming, which is really important. I see someone else is driving in a truck. I see if I can get out there in time to blow it up. They get out, which is good. I got very lucky with that getting out. I see them open in his chest, and they're dead. The growl is very overpowered. Now, I'm doing pretty good. I have 8 kills, 46 people left, and I have 10,000 cash, which means I probably will go back and try to buy a self-revive and another UAV, but at this point, I didn't know exactly what to do. I saw shots farther up this way, so I decided to run that way, because right now I'm in my tournament, so I just want to get as many kills as I can. So I ran up this way and decided to push them. Now, because I was doing a duos tournament and a solos match, that means top 30 for me, I get another extra 2 points, so I do try to play a little bit conservative to try to get that top 30. Now, I do see someone in my heartbeat. I see them shooting, and I ended up taking them down, but I see that there's somebody else they're shooting at. So I'm checking around, I reload. Always remember to reload, it's very important. I see this guy moving a little bit. He's hiding behind this tree. See, he's running. I have to try to get a better angle at him, because from where I was, see him dropping, and I decide to rush him. Now, I'm not sure this is the best decision, but I really was going for kills at this point, and I knew he was having to be forced in by the zone, but I died there, which is unfortunate, but I still had Gulag. Now, Gulag is a very interesting thing. It's very, very, difficult now with the new guns and, knives and stuff, but once you get a hang of it, you can get very good at it. Something to remember is a lot of people, they might automatically just switch to their fists and start punching you. But if you use your gun and start hitting the other person, it takes 2 instead of 4 hits with a fist. So that's always important to remember. Now, another thing with capping, capping the point, that is sometimes important, but you should always make sure that someone's not waiting for you to cap it and then killing you. At this point, I slid in, got a headshot, and killed him with the car, which I am very, trained with the car. I love using the car. So at this point, there is a lot of stuff to take in and to figure out. I can't really get back over to the hotel, or not to the hotel, the hospital. But I decided that I can remember where there was a little bit of loot before, and I can try to go there. I decided to keep going this way and see if I can make it towards hotel. Not hotel. Make it towards hospital. At this point, I decided to land back on my old weapons. Now, this is very smart thing to remember, is that after you get your second loadout, if you land back on your stuff with relatively not much time between it, you can get your guns back. So at this point, I had some pretty good guns back right off spawn, because I had remembered that there was loot from my loadout. Now, at this point, I was just trying to get close in the zone, and I was making sure I wasn't gonna get shot. I am pretty close to making it to top 30. I was 31 right now. So, I decided to keep running this way. Now, I'm not in the best position. I don't have shields, I don't have C4, so a car could definitely come by and just bang, hit me. I decided that I should just keep moving, and hopefully I can get some kills. Now at this point, I see someone shooting up here, so I decided to run that way. These dual grenades are pretty fast, so I do like using them instead of like carrying an RPG. I remember that I had that there's usually chests under here, so I ran under here, grabbed some chest, which I got very lucky and got a munitions box. Now this munitions box came very clutch because right when you spawn, you don't have a lot of ammo. So I was very lucky that I got all full ammo again. Now I decided that I should maybe try to run over this way to see if I can get into that tower to get a little bit of height advantage. Because that's a very good way to get some kills. And at this point I only had 10 kills, which isn't bad, but it's not great as well. I decided to just camp in this little box until I can figure stuff out, because you never want to just be in the middle of a field checking your map, because it's a very easy way to get sniped. Now I decided to push up because height advantage is very important late game, and if they have to come up the hill and they camp, then they're dead. So a lot of the time there's a lot of situations where I've been stuck at the bottom of rocks and can't climb up, and I'll die, because it's very tough to counter, and you have to be running towards people if they're up at the top, and that makes such an advantage. So I decided to run up to the top. I see a guy here, laser him, and I end up killing him with a long shot. Now at this point, I just wanted to grab as much stuff as he had. Hopefully he had shields, and hopefully he had like C4 or something, or a different gun other than my dual grenades, because as they are good, they're not super great. So I decided to pick up his AX-50, which is very important. I am a very big sniper. I'm pretty good at it, and I've got pretty good at sniping. I played Overwatch for 3 years probably. I played Widowmaker, and I was a pretty good sniper. At this point, I used my UAV, and I could realize that there was a guy inside here. So I knew he was going to have to move eventually, so I just kept my mind on that. Now I moved over this way, and when I moved over this way, I did see a guy on my thing, and I sniped him pretty easily. Now I did run over to grab his loot, and so I leveled up my AX-50. Now my AX-50 I've not probably leveled up because I am an HDR guy, but this works out pretty well too. Now I do come over here and I realize there's a lot of loot over here, but I just want to make sure there's no one else around here. So I picked up all his loot. and I started working. So I do pick up the HDR just because I like the HDR a little bit better. I do also just stay up here because I'm not exactly sure what I should do. But remember what I said before, height advantage is very, very key. And so my back is also covered by this little shack, so this is a very good position. I see this guy running. I do hit him. And I see this guy. I should have shot there, but I ended up not shooting. As someone is landing in, the guy probably is landing back on his lead. I ended up killing him pretty easily, as you can see. I had a pistol. He did take a little bit of shields off of me, but that's okay. I had plenty of shields up here, so I can go back and grab those. Now, at this point, the storm is looking pretty good for me. I have height advantage. I was making sure that guy seeing if that guy was still peeking, which he wasn't. I had a decent amount of cash, but there wasn't really a use for it at this point, except for UAVs and stuff. I do plant down this claymore just because in situations if someone was trying to rush me, I would be able to have that. I missed that shot, which was not great. I should have hit him. I should have aimed a little bit forward. Now I do see this guy in his truck. Always when you're shooting at trucks, as you can see there, I broke his shields. You always want to aim for the driver's seat, because that's where the person is sitting, and that is you can hit them. Now I did a lot of damage to this guy, and I ended up throwing C4. I missed that C4, which I do have to get I have to get a lot better at doing that. I ended up killing him, and I ended up grabbing his stuff as well. Now I get back up on this positioning, because this positioning is very good at this point. I'm just double checking and see if there's anybody around here, if someone else pushed this position while I was gone, which was negative. No, I'm making sure there's no one pushing up the mountain. Now, because I am glad I picked up the sniper at this point, because this is very key for these situations where it's long range and not very many buildings. You always want to have a sniper, and a lot of the times the sniper is a lot better than having an SMG. At this point, I knew that the guy was hiding in that building, just seeing if he would pop out. I don't like thermals as much, but sometimes they help. But as you can see through that glass, I can't really see him, which I wasn't even sure if he was there at that point. Now I did have to move from my very good positioning, but I stayed here for a little bit longer because someone wasn't moving in automatically. I do see this guy running. I missed that shot. Miss another shot. Okay, come on. I ended up seeing this guy also running. I hit him, headshot. And then this guy comes and steals my kill. Like, what are you doing, bro? Come on. So this guy was making me mad at this point. I think this was a price. So I do see him running up the hill in a second. You'll see that. But I do have to start moving in. Right now I have 14 kills. 6 people left. I see this guy, hit him once, hit him twice, and as he's running away, I downed him, and I think he does get killed by zone, which is pretty nice. Let's see. I don't remember. Now I do have to remember where that guy was, so I marked him just to make sure. I'm moving up here. Try to get height. Don't see that there's anybody around here. There are 3 people left. I see that guy. Hit him once. Get him on the slide, one-shot headshot. So at this point, I was pretty certain that it was me and that guy I downed before. So I had the height advantage. I was kind of in a bush. I did not see him. At this point, I know where he is. Just watching it back. He's just hiding in that little bush right there. But to finish it off, as you can see right here, I just had to make sure and I do end up. See if I finally find him. I find him and laser him. There we go. That's a win. So thanks guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Hit that like bell and hit that bell down below. If you guys want to see more stuff like this, comment down below. Coach Clazzy. Because today I am Coach Clazzy, just talking about some of the stuff I was doing. But this wasn't my tournament, and this actually got me into the semifinals round. So this was a very, very big game. I ended up with 16 kills in the dub. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye!